Well, hello there. Hey, this is Kay. Welcome back to K No Sports. I know it's been a while, but I wanted to talk about Myles Garrett and the whole fiasco that took place in the Thursday night football game. And now this game was between Cleveland Browns and the Pittsburgh Steelers, and it was a good game overall. Um, Cleveland was about to secure this win easily, 21-7. There was, I think, less than 20 seconds left in the fourth quarter. So the fiasco that took place at the end of the game was a little surprising because the game was almost over. And a lot of people probably had even switched the game off or went to sleep or whatever. But I actually stayed to the last minute and I saw it unfold live. And yeah, it was really ugly, and it's really disgusting to watch. Really, it was a bit disturbing as well. Now, my thing is, or my question, the way I look at this, because immediately after this happened, there was so many tweets, I guess, from NFL players, former NFL players, speaking out against what had just taken place. I think Patrick Mahomes had tweeted, I can't believe I just, what did he tweet? He tweeted something. And I don't think I have my paper. He said he couldn't believe what he just saw. Is that what he said? That's not what he said. He tweeted, "Bro, I can't even believe that just happened." And that was from Patrick Mahomes. And yeah, it was kind of hard to watch that because it was like I'd never seen anything that like that, and it was very violent. It was very violent, and I think it was. But I have a question because I know Deion Sanders. He also tweeted something that was interesting. His tweet was Mason Rudolph should be significantly fined as well for trying to rip Myles Garrett helmet off his head while which ignited the retaliation. He's not without fault in the unfortunate matter. This is a physical, emotional game played by men. Let's not forget that. Okay, what and, and there's another quote too I want to read, but what Deion Sanders said was very true. I actually now the suspensions have been given out, and of course Myles Garrett is suspended indefinitely. So for the remainder of this season, and we don't know how much for next season as well. But and then I think there's two other suspensions. Now Mason Rudolph did not get any suspension. Okay, and which was I was kind of surprised that he didn't get any suspension or even a fine or anything because what Deion Sanders said was true. He ignited this attack, but it was beyond overkill. It was the reaction of it. Okay, so and my thing is also this. Myles Garrett, I don't know his temperament. I don't know if he's a person that is very in your face, confrontational. They say he had been given some penalties for roughing and stuff like that. So he's obviously a very emotional guy. And my thing is that sometimes when you react in a certain way, because what Myles Garrett actually did start this, because he was overly excessively pinning Rudolph to the ground. I mean, for no reason other than just to be an asshole. You clearly had won a game, and there was no need for that. But I don't understand the aggression there because the game was almost over and they were winning, by 2 touchdowns. The poor quarterback, he's frustrated, of course, that they're losing, and you're pinning me to the ground and you're being aggressive towards me. So I don't know why his instinct was to pull at Myles Garrett's helmet while on the ground, but whatever that was, it infuriated. It woke him up. What he's like, you pulling at my helmet? I dare you, punk! And then he proceeded to. I think he wanted to rip his head off, basically, but he ripped the poor guy's helmet off, which was embarrassing because I noticed that when Mason Rudolph got the ball back to do the knee to end the game, he was talking to his teammates and he was smiling, but I think that smile was out of embarrassment because first of all, your helmet gets ripped off your head. Secondly, you get hit with your own helmet over the head in front of thousands of people, millions of people. And of course, more people seen it because it's been repeated over and over and over and over again. And it's one of the most talked about things. And it's because it's never been seen before. And there was a lot of embarrassment there. But, to strike somebody with their helmet is criminal in a way, and it is considered a criminal. I mean, that's an assault. That could be an assault charge. As a matter of fact, James Harrison wrote on Twitter, that's assault at the least. 6 months in jail on the street. On the street, of course, that's what he's talking about. Now add that weapon, and that's at least a year, right? Okay, so we know he's not going to get jail time because they even asked Mason Rudolph if he was going to take legal action. He said no. Rightfully so, because I think he knows he did start some of this chaos. So he played a role in it, but what he did didn't justify him being hit with his own helmet over the head. No, it didn't. At that point, Myles Garrett was being, pretty much handled by the Steelers players. So he could have easily just stopped there, not swung anything, because didn't nobody swing at him. But now he swung that helmet because he was trying to get that quarterback. He saw red. Something ignited him. Like I said, I don't know his temperament. I never actually watched Cleveland Browns, but so I don't know if this guy is known for. They say he's known for roughhousing. I don't know if he's like an angry guy, like you just don't want to mess with him. But you just never know, Like another player, if that would have happened to him, to them, they may have not reacted that way. But this is always something you have to understand. Is some people are very emotional and they're very confrontational, and they have a lot of anger, and they're looking for people um, to um, just pounce on. So, um, with that being said, I think that that's why you have to be careful with how you react to certain things. And Myles Garrett is actually only 23 years old, so he's got a lot to learn. And I think Mayfield was very candid and frank and honest with his assessment of what happened. He said it's inexcusable. He can't hurt that. He can't continue to hurt that team. It's detrimental to their team, and his actions are. And I like Baker Mayfield for saying that because he was not trying to stick up for his teammate. It wasn't about, oh, this is my teammate. You know. I think that I don't know what Myles Garrett will say to the media about what happened, but he'll probably definitely say Mason Rudolph initiated it, and it just escalated from there. So that was a very, like Patrick Mahomes said, I can't believe I just saw that. Like I can't believe that just happened. Like it was one of those type of moments because I've never seen anything like it, and I've been watching football most of my life, and I've seen some really bad fights and hits, and I never saw anybody hit with a helmet. Oh my God. Um, Mason Rudolph reaction was almost, very like committed. Like, come on, the guy just hit me with my helmet. But it was also very disgusting and disturbing and appalling. And I think Myles Garrett just lost himself at that particular moment. Maybe he was seeing red and he just lost himself because I think he forgot that, hey, we're about to win this football game, and me hitting this guy over the head with his helmet should have been the last thing on his mind. But I think he was seeing red. Like I said, he was like a bull that was seeing red. And he wanted to take that guy's head off. He wanted to take Mason Rudolph's head off, literally. But he can only take the helmet off. And then add insult to injury by hitting him with his own helmet over the head. Oh my gosh. That was very, that was something I don't think we'll ever see again. But hopefully the young kids don't pick up on that type of behavior ever. And hopefully Mason Rudolph learns to not try to take nobody else's helmet off, because that it might just set them off. And Myles Garrett, if he continues with that type of behavior at 23, he's going to have a reputation, and teams are just going to get rid of him and not want to sign him. So he needs to take maybe some anger management classes. So with that said, that's who's at fault. That's who's at fault. So I just been listening to different people talk about this theory, and there are varying opinions on it. So I just thought I'd throw mine in there as well. This is Kay with K No Sports, and I will talk to you later.